Welcome everyone to your September monthly zodiac reading. So this is messages from Spirit for the month of September for each zodiac sign. Also remember to watch for your sun, moon and rising just to get a bigger picture of the overall energies that might be around you this month. Remember, allow your intuition to guide you. This is your reading, so apply the energies where and how they resonate in your life. Let's get started. Hello Aquarius, welcome to your September monthly reading. So we have for the month of September, we have your overall energy is rest and ocean heart. Additional messages with the oracle, we've got gifts and support. And I like how these work together. And then with the tarot, we've got the Page of Wands, we've got the Hanged Man, we've got the Nine of Cups, and we've got the Three of Pentacles. Do you know, Aquarius, I'm really liking that you actually have no swords in your reading this month, but you've got the Hanged Man. So there's this sense that your mind, as in your ego, is taking a back seat and the Hanged Man is here instead, showing you new perspectives. So this is really interesting. I'm really keen to see where this goes. So the first overall energy for your reading is rest. And the card says, when you support yourself with peace, quiet, and decadent rest, you allow the universe to support you too. And the affirmation is, I settle my mind and surrender into nourishing downtime. And you know, it's that thing of not having any swords. I really feel like you're tapping into this. I feel like you're giving yourself a break, whatever that means to you, Aquarius. Now you're an air sign, so the swords are your suit in the tarot. You know, the swords are the air signs, and it's communication, it's your mind, it's how you think, it's your ideas. It can be a bit of intuition as well. And here it says, you know, there's a need to support yourself with peace, quiet and rest. I'm wondering if you've been really busy lately. You've been forging ahead on your path, Aquarius, and now it's time to take a step back and to really see what's what. I like the affirmation, I settle my mind and surrender into nourishing downtime. And I think there's a need for that, because here the major arcana is the Hanged Man. Change perspective, new ideas, new way of looking at old things that yield different results. And I feel this Hanged Man is like the key in this reading. I really feel that. And you know, rest is so important. We feel like we're lazy when we rest. We feel like we're not forging ahead with our dreams and goals. We feel that we should be doing, and you know, if we were inspired, we would be doing. And there's a sense that no, sometimes that actually shows the opposite. When we go into that doing mode, it can actually be a sign that we're so afraid we lose momentum, or we're so afraid that we change our mind before we've had time to kind of throw ourselves into the situation, that we throw ourselves into the situation before maybe we're ready for it. Sometimes that's a leap of faith, and sometimes that's a way of not listening to our intuition. And you know, knowing which is which, we need to be in a peaceful place. We need to have a quiet mind. And I feel that in September, this is going to be really important to you. Now, some of you are going to need this physical rest. And I feel that some of you, like, I feel tired. And it's more like worn out. I feel worn out. I feel like there's been a lot of striving. And now it's time to come back to you. September, I really feel, is going to be a month of just coming back to yourself. We'll see how the other cards play out. Your other overall energy is Ocean Heart. And the card says, stormy waters may cause confusion, but your inner wisdom flawlessly guides you towards your true north. You shall find your way. And the affirmation is, I trust in the grace that guides me forward. Gosh, do you know, even when I was holding up the rest card, I was noticing, like, when that was down, like, oh, sorry, I accidentally hit the off button. I was noticing how the colors reflect. You know, there's purples in here and there's this kind of green in here, and it kind of makes me feel like these two cards are so interlinked, and they really are, just in the messages. And I feel that, Aquarius, you're probably coming out of stormy waters. And there's a sense of confusion. There's a sense of, gosh, you know, I'm working towards this. I'm trying to do the right thing. And, you know, and there's almost a sense that I'm just spinning my wheels and not really getting anywhere. There's a sense of frustration and confusion as to, you know, why can't I achieve this? Why can't I move forward with this? And there's a sense of, the affirmation is, I trust in the grace that guides me forward. There's a trust here. It's not all about you doing, Aquarius. It's not all about you forging ahead. Allow the universe to shift things for you. Take a breather, take a rest, and see what comes forth. Because I think that your tarot cards really explain this very, very clearly. So I'm being guided after these messages to go directly to the tarot, because it'll make it so much clearer. Gosh, I love the messages of spirit. You know, the waters can be choppy, the oceans can be furious, and this is us physically on the ocean. You know, we're all over the place, and this is scary. This is your inner world. And I think that that's what spirit is drawing you to, is to that calm inner world. Come back to your inner world, Aquarius. The world around you is turbulent. Your life might be full of ups and downs, and, you know, these are confused waters, choppy waters. But you can be in this and you can still hold your peace. And I think this is where the rest card, there's a gentleness with both these images. They've got their eyes closed. I kind of get the feeling with this card here. It's like, you know, almost put some soothing music on, close your eyes and just sway to it. Your world could be all over the place on the outside, but you just sway gently to this quiet music and find your peace and your centered. Now I love the clock, that she's actually got a clock around her neck. And I love that in the sense that this is not forever. And I feel it's almost like the moment you realize you can have inner peace is the moment this stops. I love the heart. That's the anchor here. Spirit's guiding you through these turbulent times, and these turbulent times are here for a reason. And I know that's difficult to stomach. When we're going through difficult times, we don't want to hear there's a lesson behind it and you can grow from it. But that's the truth. And so there's this sense that seek that. Whether you focus on the problems or not, they're there. They're there. So maybe try to rest and refocus some of your energy into just finding this peace. Where is that? And for some of you, just with the image on this card, it could be in dance, it could be in music. You know, they both got their eyes closed. It could be in meditation. Find and do something that you love, or just rest. It's not, thank you, Spirit. Spirit just said, yes, it is about finding things that you love. But this month is not about going out and seeking what you love. It's about going within. It's about being gentle with yourself. This is not a time, if Spirit's drawing my attention because I think I mentioned the dance. This is not a time to join a gym and exercise furiously, or to take up new hobbies and get, you know, have another thing on your to-do list. Unless that hobby is something that quietens you and slows you down, I'd probably avoid it for the month of September. Anything that's fast and furious, I'd probably avoid. Now you've got the 4-week breakdown of how the energies are likely to flow. So in week 1, or the first energy, you've got the Page of Wands. And I feel this is why this rest is needed. I really feel that this is, there's these stormy waters and there's confusion, uncertainty. And that's because we've got the Page of Wands, or the Page. So the Wands is your fire, it's your passion, it's what drives you, it's your purpose, it's your calling, it's what gets you out of bed in the morning, it's the things you love. The Wands are the fire signs. So they're that doing energy. Now the Page of Wands has just accepted the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is the gift from the universe. So the Page has said, oh, I see the potential in that. Thank you very much. And now it's saying, right, gosh, I'm passionate about this. I am so going to go out and get this. I can see the worth behind it. Oh, my heart's just beating and I've got energy and I want to do this. And there's a sense that this Page is also has no clue about how he's going to do this. So there's this energy behind it of the possibility and the excitement of the possibility. And there's also this energy of, gosh, I don't know where to start. I don't know. Okay, there's this idea, there's this opportunity. What now? And there is a sense of needing to sit back. needing to look at it and go, right, okay, I've got to sit with this for a bit. I've got to see what this means. I've got to see how this fits in my life. So there's more questions with a page than answers. In fact, there are no answers. There are just questions. There's just seeking. There's curiosity. There's openness to the possibilities. And there's this knowing that you will find your way. But it does create these waves of uncertainty. Because this Ace of Wands might be making you realize that, oh, do you know what I'm doing now? I don't know if it's right for me anymore. Gosh, what does that mean? I've been working so hard towards this. Do I just drop it? But then I feel like I'm giving up on a dream. So there's a lot of seeking here. I feel if you allow it, Aquarius, September is going to be a month of seeking answers for you. A month of seeking even how you've changed and grown and moved on from what once was. And I think that's why in week 2 or the following energy, Spirit brings you the Hanged Man. Now this is this rest. I settle my mind and surrender into the nourishing downtime. When you support yourself with peace, quiet, and decadent rest, you allow the universe to support you too. And this Hangman is exactly that. This Hangman is you putting yourself, Aquarius, in a energy of opening up to different perspectives. And because this is a major arcana, this is how Spirit co-creates with us. This is how Spirit helps us. So Spirit is actually going to help you access this place of contemplation. I think if you don't push, if you don't force things, I think September's just naturally going to be a slow month for you. You know, you might have people that cancel their appointments at work, and that frees up your time. You might find that you have a holiday planned in the month of September that you can, you know, have more time for yourself. I just feel that there's going to be opportunities to slow down if you're not pushing, okay? If you find yourself exhausted, if you find that you're just on this treadmill of doing, and you feel that you have to, just have a look at what you're doing, because Spirit here is giving you this opportunity to rest. So see how you're pushing, or see how you might be forcing things to happen, how you might be racing out going, oh look, you know, I've got free time, I can help people, I can do this, I can do that, instead of taking that free time for you. Spirit opened up that free time for you. You're then giving it to others and then taking away that gift that the universe has given you. Be mindful of that, Aquarius, this month. Because you need this time. And when we are given opportunities, time, energy, know that we need it. Okay, trust that you need it. So allow the universe to give to you. So coming back to the energy of the Hangman, it's seeing things from a different perspective, understanding things from a different perspective. And I feel this curiosity sort of filters through to the Hanged Man. It's this page and energy of learning new things, coming to understand new things, getting curious on, well, I don't know anything about this, I don't know how to do this, and you know, seeking guidance or looking things up, getting curious about things, leads you into this energy of the Hangman, where the answers are coming because your perspective is changing. The way you viewed the direction that your life was heading in, maybe it's changing. And that change is what guides you. That change is what enables you to see things differently and to then do things differently. But there is a sense in September, it's all about seeing the different ways to do things. It's that change within yourself first, change in your understanding, change in your understandings, change in your perception, changing the way that you're guided to do things, or even what you're guided to do. Because the third week you've got the 9 of Cups, and again it's this sit and enjoy where you are. This is fulfillment. This is having reached a level of fulfillment that is success. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy of accomplishment. And that fulfillment on to whatever that means to you, Aquarius. But there's this sense of taking time out to enjoy that, to see what you've achieved. It's not just forging ahead to get to the 10 of Cups. It's sitting here going, right, I'm going to take a moment and enjoy where I've come so far. I'm going to take where my curiosity has led me and where my change of perspective has guided me, and I'm going to look at what I'm doing and see what needs to be tweaked. I'm not doing anything yet. I'm still evaluating. All these cards are like the planning stage, the learning stage, the understanding stage, seeing things from different perspectives stage. None of them are doing. None of them are that energy of pushing. In fact, none of your cards have that energy of push, that energy of come on, strive, make things happen. And I feel that they flow into each other. Your curiosity, you know, you've taken this Ace of Wands, this gift from the universe that moves you forward. And generally the aces, they're a number 1, so they're a new beginning. So they move you forward on a new beginning, maybe a new journey, a new path, a new goal, a new dream. But you're not taking the steps yet. You're just, gosh, looking at it going, wow, I see the opportunity. I don't quite know what to do with it yet. And that curiosity leads you to the Hangman, where your perception will change. Your ideas will be different. Maybe you see a different way of doing things. And it's not that you're going to be doing them yet, you'll just see that. And then you're going to see how far you've come. I feel this Hangman's actually going to show you, like your lessons to fulfillment, how each one of your goals fulfilled you, changed you, helped you grow, helped you tap into your own authenticness, the real you. And they change along the way. But there's a sense here of really being proud of what you've achieved, being proud of who you've actually become along this journey. And I feel this time out is actually going to show you how much you've changed. And maybe how gosh, I'm so different to what I was, but I'm still doing things in the same way. And maybe that's what's creating all this turbulence. Maybe I need to embrace who I am now and do things from that place. Because I really feel that you end the month with the Three of Pentacles, and I really feel that you change the way you do things. You change the way you interact with others, and you change the way you interact with your work, your purpose, your calling, your dreams, your goals, or just naturally what you do in life. Because this Three of Pentacles is, it's learning your craft. It's honing in on your skills. It can be like the energy of the apprentice. But the energy that I most often get from the Three of Pentacles is one of, you are the builder. This is the client, this is the architect, and you are the builder. And it is a sense of listening. It is a sense of you all come at things differently. The client has a dream. The architect has a vision. The vision of putting that dream into a drawing. He's got to be able to see it. It takes an idea that the client has in their mind, and he draws it so then it can be seen. And then the builder is the one that manifests it. It's the one that builds it, makes it concrete, brings it to this 3D reality, to our reality. And there's a connection between the three that needs to happen in order for the end result to be what the initial dream was about. So there's openness and communication and understanding and seeing it. There's backwards and forwards. You know, because the architect might draw something and the builder might say, do you know what? That is structurally impossible. You know, and so the architect might then have to sit and change it. You know, so together with the client, they work in, okay, that, you know, is, you know, gravity defying maybe, and we can't think of a way to bring that into reality, so we're going to have to change it. We'll have to put a post for support or something. And I feel this is what the point that you're getting to, Aquarius. I feel this is the energy where in this quiet and rest, your mind has calmed and you're better able to communicate with others. Others are maybe better able to communicate with you. It might, in your moments of rest and rejuvenation, you might actually be calling the right people to you. This can be just aspects of you. This doesn't even have to be with other people, Aquarius. It can be you bringing your dreams, having a plan for them, and then actually finding a way to manifest them. So it can play out in many different ways, but there's a real sense here that you may feel that in your stepping back, you're stepping away from something, and Spirit's saying not at all. When we step back from something, we gain a different perspective. And we might realize that, hey, we've been walking into that brick wall. By stepping back, I can see if I take 3 steps to the left, I'm actually going to move forward in, there's actually a door. You know, I've been sort of, there's a roadblock here, and I keep going to the roadblock and going, oh, why is the roadblock still there? So if I step back and take a moment, I'll be able to see that there's another road I can take. Sometimes in our stepping back, waiting, we actually waste less time than if we stand in front of whatever the obstacle is. You know, it's like we've decided to take the journey through the storm because we wanted to leave on that day. What if we left a week later in calm waters? We would have avoided all that energy, all that turbulence, and we probably would still catch up to this boat. You know, there's a sense here and I laugh, Aquarius, and I'm not laughing at you, but it just, you know, when Spirit said it, makes me think of my own life. You know, we humans have a way of making things hard for ourselves. You know, we keep banging on those doors that have been shut, that often we've shut. You know, the fear sometimes of going into the unknown, we move backwards into the things that we know are not great. There's a real sense of moving forward here. There's a real sense of coming to a level of understanding of, you know, who you are now, what you're doing. And I think you're changing the way you're going to do things. It brings even more success. And, you know, these cards show, Aquarius, that if you can take a step back, you're in a really good place. Like, this is beautiful energy. This is being in a good space. So then we've got the additional messages with the oracle, and we've got gifts. And the card says, you have valuable gifts that look and feel different to everyone else's. They are interwoven with wisdom you've been gathering since the birth of your soul. Get to know them by tuning into what you love to do and what others ask of you. The world needs what you have to offer. Never forget that, Aquarius. We're also individual. What sets you apart might be the very thing that others don't understand of you. They don't get, and that could be your greatest gift. There's a sense here of our gifts are our gifts. So it doesn't matter what other people think of them. It doesn't matter how they're received as such. They're our gifts. There is a sense here as well, because it says get to know them, meaning your gifts, by tuning into what you love to do and what others ask of you. There's a sense here which is really interesting, because people might say to you, oh, can you help me with this? Or they might always come to you for a certain type of guidance. And then tune into, do you love that? Is that something that, you know, you love doing? Because that's probably a good link to where your gifts are. Do others ask you for your gift, or do you impose your gift? That's two very, very different energies. Sometimes when we're unsure of our gifts, unsure of the value of them, we push them onto people. And then by their receptiveness or not receptiveness of it, we gauge how important it is. If you find yourself doing that and then being upset when people don't understand your gift or don't want your assistance in the way you're trying to give it, have a look to see if you're maybe surrounding yourself with the wrong people. That could definitely be an aspect. But the message that is coming through more strongly from Spirit is sort of saying to you, are you pushing this onto others to get a reaction from them to see how important this is, like to then make your mind up on how important this is? Are you allowing people to come to you, and when they come to you, you offer? And see how that's different. Because I do get this sense, and we had that right at the beginning of the reading with this need to rest. There's a sense of you being pushing for a while. Now there's a sense of allow people to come to you, because then you're going to find the right people. You know, when we have services, and you know, salespeople, thank you, Spirit, that's a brilliant example. And they come, you know, we walk in the door of the shop and straight away they're on us, and now if we have gone into the shop for a particular thing, a particular item, we're so grateful, aren't we? Because we can go, yes, I'm looking for this, we get help, we're in and out. But if we've gone in to browse and not there for any particular reason, we feel a bit like, oh, no, I just want to have a look. No, I don't know I just want to have a look around, you know. And so we feel like they're trying to push things onto us, when really they're not. They just want to, well, depending how pushy they are, I guess, but they just want to be helpful. And so isn't that interesting how in that example, the situation, like the salesperson is the same, offering the same service, but it depends who they approach as to the reception that they're going to get. So they're not wrong, it's just the situations that are different. And there's a message in there for you, Aquarius. And we finish the reading with support. And the card says, as you walk your path with inner focus, don't forget to connect with other creative souls. Join or create a community that supports each other to reach their highest potential. You are never alone. There are many beings on earth and in heaven who wish to support you along your way. Isn't that beautiful? You know, sometimes, Aquarius, when we're pushing and we're trying to get our point of view across, we're trying to get our services across, we're trying to do in the world, we actually push people away. And there's this sense of allow people to come to you. Don't think you have to do it all on your own. Allow like-minded people to create with you. There's this sense, Aquarius, that many of you, I feel, have been pushing because you've got the wrong people in front of you. And when I say wrong, I say it kind of loosely. They're probably not asking for what you're giving. And there's a sense of step back, and you'll find this community, you'll find these people that are either on the same path as you, and therefore you can form this community, where your creativeness is the same, you're on the same vibration, you're dedicated to the same cause or the same goal or dream. And it's almost like, don't worry about those that are not on the path. They're not on the path. Let them be. Find the ones that are, instead of always pushing against the people that are not aligned. Go find the people that are aligned. And rest, my friends. Take time out. Very important this month. I'm going to leave you with those messages, Aquarius. Love, light and blessings, my friends. Have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.